It was just about, I don't know, an hour ago. Woke up, and what did I find? I found a drawing that I started. It was kind of I used to do this thing for a while where I would, it kind of started with the psychosis stuff where I would journal every day. It was kind of in psychosis, just as a way to keep track of what was happening to me because like I knew it was gonna be hard to remember everything, even though I can remember a lot of it. Hard to remember everything. Kind of where I learned how to actually creative write and not just like, well, actually, I always knew how to creative write. I take that back, but I figured out how to remix things, so to speak, when I was in that mind space, which was very fun compared to just trying to come up with stuff raw and then like it's already been thought of sometimes, and I get stuck in that way of thinking sometimes like, oh, I have to be the first one to think of this, I have to be the first one to all this stuff. But sometimes to make a Porsche you don't gotta reinvent the wheel, right? You just gotta make a sick ass car, engine, all that. I don't know cars that well. I know which cars are cool and which ones aren't. um I know which cars are cool and which ones are straight. um yeah. What I wanted to talk about though was I woke up and I was getting ready because I decided I wanted to, you know, maybe try to be a little more efficient with work time. So instead of door dashing, kind of living this out of the norm, kind of unstructured schedule. This way, if I got a job at Jimmy John's delivering sandwiches, like it would be more structured. I'd have a good base and like all this stuff. Um, so not only did they do what every job does, where they switch it up on you, which was my first indicator, like this is thin fucking ice. Um, sorry, I all I wanted to say was that I defined time at Jimmy John's yesterday, but like I don't think it's for me. You know, I don't think Jimmy John's is for me. I'm glad I'd secretly learned how to make a bunch of the sandwiches, even if I was barely there and learned how to make any. But I did technically work a shift, learn how to make some sandwiches. Like I learned something when I was there, which wasn't nothing. I did get paid something, like, which is like whatever. I mean, but what I wanted to talk about is how I'm going about it, right? I have my email right here ready to go. After careful consideration, right? I never get to say that. I usually read that. After careful consideration, I'm not sure I'm going to be a good fit for this position. I appreciate the generosity your team embraced me with, but at this time, I feel like I won't be able to make this job work. I apologize for the inconvenience and hope you find a driver or drivers that can get the job done. And it's just a draft. I'm gonna watch it back to make sure none of you can see the email. I don't know why I did that, but right, send. Of course it crashed. That's fucking amazing. Of course it crashed. All right, it's sent. It's sent. I'm out of Jimmy John's, dude. I know. He was giving me so much shit. He was wearing the Jimmy John's hat. Oh, can I take your order? All this stuff. I don't look down on anyone that works at Jimmy John's. Okay. I'm in a very special situation where I don't necessarily need a fat stream of income or even a small stream of income to keep on keeping on with the goals that I kind of have set. And I just wanted to make this video, A, because I haven't made a video in a couple days and feel like I need to get the off the top, just slicing and dicing. without the ricin. Um, Leo reminded me of why I was getting a job at Jimmy John's in the first place, which was I had these goals in my head of like, well, there's this, there's this, there's this. It would be nice if I had this coming in, something to kind of go do during the day. A lot of these other jobs, like even Jimmy John's, took forever to onboard me and like get me working. And I'm just kind of like, you know what? I only have to make X dollars a week to cover all my stuff. My goal is to hit X dollars to whatever. But the main thing was in my head, I kept being like, it'd be nice to make this number. It'd be nice to make this number. But then I was like, but this is really all I need. And so if I can get this in a way that doesn't make me want to like choke on the hat that they give me or the shirt that they give me, right? Free shirt, let's go. Free hat, let's go. Um oh, let's go. I still got the shirt and hat. They better not ask for it back. Oh, I still got all my Olive Garden shirts from my one shift I worked at Olive Garden. Jimmy John's is way better than Olive Garden. I would say that. Dishwasher at Olive Garden was tough. Tough. Dude, like, oh yeah, can you come in for a 6-hour shift? Literally turned into an 8-hour shift. Freaking burnt my hands even with the heated gloves on. Like, dude, I am a bitch. It was crazy. I don't no hablo español. The people training me and doing everything spoke only Spanish. So they were pulling up Google Translate to tell me to take the trash out instead of just like pulling up the trash bag and like pointing. They would like try to translate it to me like, go put the trash out there, kid, or something. Like, okay. But the reason why this was so tough was my first shift was yesterday. And I was doing some coding before work, and I was like, holy shit, dude. This is the fucking tits. I can't fucking take my eyes off of what I'm working on right now. Like, I gotta solve this problem, and it's like, shift starts in 20 minutes. I gotta head out. And I'm just like, dude, I can't head out right now. And the whole time I'm at work, I'm just like, dude, I freaking... when should I use map or should I use reduce filter, like these, right? I'm just learning about how to use these JavaScript methods. I'm just like, these shits are so fucking cool. I want to mess with them. And like, so yeah, I quit Jimmy John's because I want to sit here next to Leo and freaking figure out JavaScript. Not so I can get a software engineer job, not so I can um make fun of the website that like my friends' companies make, or that was a bad way to say that, but like um I want to learn JavaScript because I want to do shit with it. It's crazy to me how the simplest things are this intoxicating, and I'm I think I can just make shit work, hit my dollar amount, and just be fine. And I don't need Jimmy John's for that. I can do gig work. I can do Craigslist moving jobs realistically and probably hit my goals. So, out with the gym and in with the... No, we're trying to quit, not Zen. No. Whatever I was going to say. We gotta make this work. We gotta make this guy work. And so I'm trying to see things differently, right? Instead of seeing coding as like this thing I'm trying to do and then like the way I go get money as work, I'm gonna start seeing work the way physics does. Right? Joules. I'm gonna start thinking of work in joules. Leo, what do you do for work? He does he does consecutive backflips for work. What kind of power you got, Leo? He's got hydropower. He's got that man polluted power. He that's actually a really good idea. I think Sludge Wave exists though. Like poison and water in a really cool Pokemon that isn't, an anti-Semitic tentacle like jellyfish guy. What if instead it was like an actual cool poison water monster? I'm sure there are more in the later generations I'm not thinking of, but poison water is so cool. Like acid. Poison's a really interesting type. I'm getting off track talking about Pokemon now. I had to get it over 10 minutes so that way I can hit you with the extra ads. I'm making so much money off the ads on this channel. In fact, that's why I actually quit Jimmy John's, is because this channel is making me, I don't want to go into it. You watching right now, we're past the 10-minute mark. I'm flooding this thing with ads, right? No, I'm kidding, but it's very telling on a channel when they run the max number of ads, because I can tell it's like every 2 minutes or something. It makes me click off the video. Do I wish YouTube Premium? I had YouTube Premium. Yes. Am I gonna pay for it? No, because again, it's usually on the person making the video how many ads are on it. So it's on them, and as much like even if I have YouTube Premium, I'm gonna hit with the, oh, this freaking, I don't want to use the same examples. Come get a Helix mattress. Come get a purple mattress. Like whatever. Hey, I tested and used this product. I stand by it. I don't have problem taking money from them because I use their product they sent me for free. I don't think there's a good way to do advertising and marketing, honestly, that doesn't come off as sellout bullshit, because it is. That's exactly what it is. And if you ever think it's anything other than that, I got news for you. Welcome to Jimmy John's.